My name's Tim Deer. I am the Work and Health Programme Lead at the Combined Authority. My role is working on employment employment support programs and supported employment programs and connecting up the work and health landscape across Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. I have a lot of information on my slides, but I'm going to skip over those and hopefully they can be shared afterwards. What I wanted to do, and as asked, focus on digital inclusivity and how we can better connect all of the different services available across Cambridgeshire and Peterborough with employment support, supported employment, and also social prescribing. So the three main programs which I'm involved with and connected with are Connect to Work, which launches in March. I can't say March 26 because it's already 2026. Got so used to saying that over the last 12 months that it just rolls off the tongue. But we are launching that service in March, April of this year, and Connect to Work is funded up until March 2030. And we will hopefully be seeing approximately 4,000 participants get their employment support and supported employment through Connect to Work. In a previous life, but still at the moment, I am also involved within the Workwell Cambridgeshire, Peterborough and Royston programme, which is run by the ICB. And that is funded until March 2029. And they've just had their funding confirmed up until, as I said, March 2029. And they are looking to support over the next 3 years approximately 7,500 people. And then you have the youth guarantee, which has funding up until March 2028. So we're just going into year 2. Year 3 is yet to be completely finalised, but it is anticipated. And there's probably going to be another 2,000 people involved in that. So if you actually add up the numbers, the amount of work that we are doing on supported employment and employment support just through these three programs is over sort of 13,000 people that we are looking to help and support. As part of that, so through Workwell, which has been running and operating since November 2024. So Workwell is a light touch program to employment support, linking and overcoming barriers that people might be experiencing going back into work or remaining in work. Mental health has been identified as the primary health related barrier for people going into work, and as that we are trying to address that. And a lot of the issues in relation to mental health revolve around anxiety, confidence, and obviously some more serious problems, but then also suitable jobs, transportation and general skills also are sort of secondary barriers to people finding and remaining in work. So what do our work and health coaches do? So our work and health coaches within Workwell, they interact with people, talk to them about their challenges to work, and they identify local schemes, services, and support options that will help that person overcome those barriers and return to work. So I've put on the screen a selection of the most referred to programs that we use. So we Way Through and Cambridgeshire Skills are the highest referral or signposting options that our work and health coaches in Workwell use. And then we do also refer on to CAB for people who are experiencing legal or financial struggles, vocational training, volunteering, counselling, mental health services through CPCA Mind, and then Entitled To for those people who are experiencing benefit challenges. obviously one of the challenges that we find is actually connecting our employment specialists, our work and health coaches. We call them different things in different schemes. So in Workwell, our work and health coaches need to be able to quickly identify and research different options which are available and out there within Cambridgeshire and Peterborough to people. So they do that through good old, I would say they use yellow pages, but they don't exist anymore. Instead, we use the internet. That can come through good old fashioned Google searches, understanding your local area, and then we use various platforms like Hey and Joy. So obviously this is it's quite a time consuming process, and which is why we actually put our work and health coaches in geographically specific areas so they become very familiar with what all the local services are. However, we're always looking to make new connections and identify different opportunities that people can refer into. So the Workwell program uses the Joy app, and within the Joy app, this connects not only our work and health coaches, but it's also used quite widely by social prescribers across the county, in conjunction to the How Are You network, to make referrals and signpost onto local areas. So what we are always looking for is, if you haven't necessarily registered on How Are You or the Joy app, and you'd like to increase your visibility within our cohort of work and health coaches, it would be appreciated if you take 5 minutes to look into it and register. I've popped a QR code on there which will take you to the pages that you can actually access more information, get some detailed information on how to sign up to the different services that they offer. It's completely free. It's just an opportunity to raise your profile within the groups of people working to provide sort of employment support and social prescribing. So as I said, if you would be interested in connecting with any of our local employment specialists, or work and health coaches, or even just if you have some information to share with social prescribing teams and local neighbourhood teams, I'd love to hear from you. It would be great. We are, as Will and Sophie are aware, we are currently doing a piece of mapping work to look at all the different support services that are available to people who are looking to get back into work or remain in work. And you will see a lot more information in the coming months as we launch all these programs. Sue, is there anything for single mums with young children trying to find work? Absolutely. So at the moment, there is obviously Workwell, which is currently running, and if you can sign up and speak to a work and health coach, and they can talk you through a lot of the different options. It's not a job placement service and finding service, but they will be able to help individuals and talk to them about their challenges. If they are struggling with, like I say, care commitments, appropriate times for work and things like that, it's very much a sort of opportunity to connect them in with their local sort of networks and support areas. And then they can also make referrals onto other programs who might be able to support them.